Thursday live of 2026 on YouTube. Hit the music.
Yay!
Ready when you are, CB. Do I start in Canada or Mexico?
We didn't do Animal
Are
Kingdom.
we really AKA this?
From New York, Dillos is Live, starring Frank and Jen Dillo. This is Mr. Snidillo in studio along with music by Matt Harvey, inviting you to join the Dillos and their guests while they tangent and wax nostalgic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Frank and Jen.
It's Theme Park Thursday live on our YouTube channel. Thursday evening, January the 15th, 2026. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank. And for the next 34 minutes, everyone, because we were supposed to start at 8:30, and now it's 8:57. We've already lost 1 minute. Jen and I will have 3 topics or subjects that we did not get to discuss on the Theme Park Thursday podcast this week. We'll share that story another time of why that episode was only 50 minutes long. It's a little behind the scenes action there.
I do need to drop that screenshot I took of myself when I realized what was happening into the Discord.
So we were supposed to go live at 8:30 this evening. Let's just say this: we talked about it yesterday. There was some, service
Mhm.
related issues in the world of like, oh, will we have a connection to do such things? So then we didn't talk about it until about 7:45 tonight.
Yeah, I texted Frank and I was like, "Are we going live tonight?" As I yawn, and then he was
And
like,
I
"I think
said,
that's your call."
yeah, I said, I think that's your call. But what happens then is it's a bedtime routine here.
Yeah.
And then at like 8:15, I see, oh, you're talking about 8:30? And then it's too late. I'm in the middle of it. So,
Yeah.
and
I was
it
like,
was
"Yeah, just
extended.
if you want to just be 5 minutes late, that's fine." And then Frank understandably goes MIA, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not sure when he's going here, so I'll just." Yeah.
So to that, we have many folks here in the chat currently freaking out that because on the Theme Park Thursday podcast, we're not going into our scheduling issues
Okay.
about meetups and things like that on this live.
Uh-huh.
But needless to say, we're gonna have some things to talk
Yeah.
some meetup related issues. No doubt, every time we go live, 3 minutes into the live, my connection will drop.
Yeah.
We have been doing this for 8 years.
But now I don't know because of Riverside, sometimes it just keeps it going. So I never know what the people are seeing versus what I'm seeing. So I just stay quiet now. But now you're nice and clear, so it's fine.
So while Jen was waiting for the 26 minutes or so, she did create 3 topics or subjects because we didn't plan those.
No, I think I dropped in the Discord. Hey, by the way, we're gonna go live on YouTube in like 8 minutes. So see you guys there. And thank you, by the way, all of you that were here at 8:30 and for your patience. We appreciate you.
Ooh,
All right,
tiny.
3 topics or subjects. I didn't even get that creative, so forgive me. But topic number 1, where do these characters belong? That's more my question than anybody else. With the Galaxy's Edge news of who's going where and where they. I- It's okay. Topic number 2, we don't talk about AK. Yes, we do, because this topic is about Animal Kingdom.
Oh
So
my
if you
God.
want to hear us talk about it, that's topic number 2.
Hmm.
And topic number 3, bring back the Dreamfinder.
Bring back.
Someone was out and about in Epcot.
Mhm.
And we need to go backwards a little bit.
Hmm.
So, topic number 1, where these characters belong, all about Galaxy's Edge. Topic number 2, we don't talk about AK. And topic number 3, bring back the Dreamfinder. Place your bets. If you're new here, you can choose what topics you'd like in what order, and we may go with that. And so that's where we're at tonight. Why won't they give us a second channel? Deepak Rob, that's not the topic number 3. Why won't they give us a second channel? There is no second channel in the one channel Discord.
It's called the One Channel Discord for a reason.
That's associated with our Patreon at dillosdizresort.com, where you can get into that one channel Discord for only $1 a month and see what shenanigans develop.
And there's a lot of shenanigans these last couple of days.
Many.
Mostly, you know, there was about 36 hours where I was the villain.
Yeah.
And then Jen announced that she was actually the villain due to a scheduling faux pas.
Yeah.
And then everyone forgave her immediately because she's the light and I'm the dark.
I don't think that's how it happened. Okay, let's see what we have so far. 312, 321, 333. And I feel like 3 though is the first choice. I feel like Lewis, have you voted? Vote Lewis? I don't want to leave you out here, but I'll give you 2 more seconds in case you switch it. But otherwise, I think we'll go with topic number 3 right now, which is bring back the Dreamfinder.
Jen, was it just based on social media posts you see, or do you have something available?
So I have from blogmickey.com that Figment escaped from the Imagination Building, and he was roaming. So it says in this Blog Mickey article, we're in no man's land. It's a magical time between festivals when many guests forget that Epcot exists and is more than a dozen 30-minute waits at food kiosk, blah, blah, blah. But today we got to see Figment break free of the Imagination Pavilion and roam around to meet with guests. Call it Figment's Great Escape. I'm not going to call it that, but that's okay. So I guess...
Which way do you think Figment goes around World Showcase? Starting in Canada or starting in Mexico?
Oh, well, I mean, do we have an answer to that? Because, but I don't know that do you think he goes to the country? Do you think
it's like when in Field of Dreams when Moonlight Graham crosses over the gravel.
Moonlight Graham.
Moonlight Graham. I gotta get home. Alicia will start thinking I have a girlfriend.
Should we watch Field of Dreams sometime soon? All their announcements coming soon, by the way.
We might have an announcement.
I don't know that that's on the list, but
we've done 2 episodes in January and haven't made mention of anything. Just saying.
And I've loved it. There's a lot going on. We're too busy to talk about other things. Okay, so back in the day being the 80s, Figment was this big, and he was carried by the Dreamfinder, and they were always out and about. And they were in the pavilion, outside the pavilion. It was fantastic.
Image works.
Yeah. Or in the what did I call it last time? The Minions like illumination. I don't know what I was saying. Not to be confused with disillusionment.
That's right.
I'm not sure. What would you want to see Figment out and about more? Do you want the Dreamfinder back? You don't want him.
Yes. I don't want to see. Listen, Figment can't. I don't want to see like Figment over by the land.
Sure.
I don't want to see him over at Guardians.
Sure. But like just in his ear by the essential fountains.
Yes.
For photo ops.
Do I want to see him in his Wayne Zielinski Honey I Blew Up Figment form? I don't. I don't know.
Right.
But should that be a thing? Should the next 3D movie in that pavilion be Honey? If Rick Moranis is coming back.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Because what did he? He's doing the Spaceballs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we all deserve a Honey I Blew Up Figment over at the Imagination Pavilion, and then he can be giant sized whenever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense.
I think that of course, Dreamfinder should be back, but and I've said it many times, the Imagination Pavilion, as it currently stands, is the key to unlocking Epcot's past magic, nostalgic magic, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because they made a lot of nice changes here over the years in the front of the park. Some of it has little homages to the past, which we like.
Yeah.
Imagination still has those essential fountains, the jumping fountains, the colors at night on the pyramids. But it's missing something inside its core. It's missing its core. It's missing its soul. My
Yeah.
God.
Why do you think they went with Honey, I Blew Up Figment and not just brought back the original? Is it because of the Dreamfinder? Like, can that only work with the Dreamfinder and they didn't want to do the Dreamfinder?
There's a lot of questions I have about. I mean, because they tried like the Dreamfinder comic book and stuff. There's gotta be something they're not happy with about that Dreamfinder character.
It's interesting. It's all very interesting. All right. Well,
Can't make
that's
those kind of jokes here. But nevertheless, Figment, especially this time of year, Festival of the Arts, everyone, the love grows stronger for Figment.
yeah.
I think that it always warrants a conversation of like, give us future Figment announcements during Festival of the Arts.
Yeah. No,
Carry it through.
just do it.
I think Figment starts in Canada, if I'm being honest, because he's just like that.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like wild. He's not going to be wild.
He's wild.
Name that movie, anybody. I know exactly. You're wild. Name the movie, people.
Name it. We'll wait.
Come on,
We
we'll
got
wait.
those
We will
extra
wait.
4 minutes.
Wait.
So
I don't know how you're not getting it immediately.
I just nailed the impression. Come on.
You're wild. You have to do the laugh after, I think.
Oh no. I mean,
We'll move on, but if you
that's
know
obscure.
what movie
We always do that.
we always do that. So, okay. Topic number 2. We don't talk about AK, but we're gonna talk about it today. And I don't know if let me see if I can like find a good picture somewhere, because they were showing the inside of the building of the Encanto attraction at Animal Kingdom. Let me think. Where did it go? You vamp, and oh, here, I think I found it. Okay, hold on.
I know Lexi ran past this building during marathon weekend. That's my vamp. That's my.
That's it. That's what you got. Why can't I
that's the
like?
best I
Can I
can
get
do.
rid of this? I would like to get rid of this,
And
please.
can the construction move quicker? Again, they built like a whole theme park back in the late '80s, early '90s. They built the theme park in a year. Can we?
Right.
The Tron jokes aside, I think we can move faster on these things.
Yeah.
Not a subject here this week, but I'll also vamp on. Do you want to see a Haunted Mansion restaurant next to Haunted Mansion over in the villains portion of the park?
In the villains portion,
Well, it would be like, right? It's like, it would be like the border.
right? No, I mean, I guess.
I mean, isn't the Haunted Mansion going to be the gateway to Villains Land? I mean, pretty much.
I mean, that makes sense. So, what? What is that supposed to mean? Nobody's getting the movie reference. Okay. I can't.
We're not
share-
going to tell you either.
Yeah. It won't allow me to share the screen. But if you look online, you will find the photo. How are your thoughts and feelings going regarding Encanto in Animal Kingdom?
Well, this is 4 years since the movie.
What is time?
We talk about Moana all the time in terms of even with the attraction in Epcot, the journey of water, water.
What?
That I still believe there's not enough Moana in the parks based on the popularity and what you see the numbers to be on Disney Plus. So equally strange to me is the slow build to Encanto. So I'm excited for this. Obviously, I think it's going to be really cool. I'm hopeful that it doesn't wane, right? They moved very quickly on Frozen. Well, they didn't move very quickly on Frozen stuff. It caught them by surprise, and then they moved quickly with Maelstrom and with the meet and greets, all that. So, so they did that. Moana has just been a thing. So same thing here. I don't understand it completely, but I think if they play their cards right, this can be a real boon for Animal Kingdom, especially if you believe some of the downward trajectory numbers in attendance. I, I can't see how this won't be super popular for the park. I can't say the same, unfortunately, about the Indiana Jones stuff
Mm-hmm.
because without future announcements of what that IP is going to be and what they're going to create out of the IP, I don't know if it'll play into the parks that well, into that park. I don't know if it's gonna be a draw for
Mm-hmm.
the park. So Encanto is definitely can be a draw for that park. Um, but also wonder already if they're like, shouldn't we have had more than this 3D movie of Zootopia in our park? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that they made that choice. They made the choice of we're gonna go Encanto and Indiana Jones over here rather than more Zootopia like they did overseas, and do something else with the tree inside the Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think now they got to do both in some ways, and they're gonna have to find room for Zootopia in that park, more room.
Yeah, no, I'm. How do you now have your biggest, most profitable movie have like, boop, there it is, it just
And
went.
I'll tell you what you could do: just get rid of that River Rapids ride and build Zootopia on top of that.
Mm, interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have nothing. I like River Rapids rides. I like Holly River Rapids. I like that kind of attraction. Nothing against that. I don't know. I think you gotta if you're gonna keep it in the Tree of Life, then go behind it and build Zootopia.
Mm-hmm. Jeffers, how dare you rip out the C's and put a Moana right in there? Absolutely not. You can't touch a C's.
Lewis, I agree that Indiana Jones fits great. I'm not complaining that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the same kind of draw that Encanto is for that park. And I
Mm-hmm.
think you need something for the future of the Indiana Jones IP to uh, to get the people there.
Yeah, and I'm just confused sometimes when and why. Again, just to be a fly on the wall in some of these decision-making meetings of they decided to go with the 3D movie. And it almost feels kind of like Frozen did, where they were like testing and like, oh, we don't know how, and they're
Hmm.
massive hits and they are
Hmm.
huge and people love them and but they keep them kind of small and then they bring in these other things and it's like, but why is there a whole Zootopia land that looks amazing in other parks?
Hmm.
And now you've wiped out sections of one of your four parks. It's like, why don't you just go, oop, let's just do that right here. This makes sense in the animal kingdom.
Hmm.
Why not here? Like, I just don't fully understand it. And I also get like if you're like, ooh, we don't know how it's gonna do, but I don't know. It's weird. And not that I saw Zootopia 2 in the
Hmm.
theater. I enjoyed it. I'm someone that is like, wow, I can't believe how much of a following it has,
Yeah.
which is awesome. I don't know that I'm connecting with it in that same way, but
Hmm.
that doesn't take away the fact that so many people are and it
Right.
deserves more love in a park that fits it. I don't
Hmm.
know.
No, 100%. I mean, we didn't see the second one. The first one, and I say we, and that's me and 9-year-old A. Is
Yeah.
that the first one? I feel like I still need another. I similarly to Nightmare Before Christmas, where I need to sit down and reconnect with it because it doesn't stay in my brain,
Mhm.
and that's how I feel about Zootopia. But I'm not going to deny the popularity the same
Yeah.
way I'm not going to deny the popularity of Moana.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's curious. Um, and I think Encanto could have gone anywhere too.
Mhm.
So and Epcot probably.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it completely, but I'm excited for it. That's not.
Mhm.
But I do, and this is something for 30 years that I don't know if I was aware of it until I was a Disney cast member when Toy Story came out, and it caught everyone by surprise. I mean,
Mhm.
I watched it around me happen in real time,
Mhm.
and ever since then, I see it it's plain as day in front of my face with some of the choices they make. I'm like, how do you not know? You made a choice to spend that money overseas to build this utopia area. You have a second movie coming out, but you're not confident enough in it
Hmm.
to push through.
Yeah. And I agree with Encanto in Epcot, especially now that you have a stage show happening.
Hmm.
And again, there sits the wonders of life building doing nothing. So
I
there's
mean,
just
here, just before you say that,
yeah.
before you say anything else, would you be accepting? And we know the house is going into Animal Kingdom, so this is not a real question.
Uh-huh.
If they had determined we're going to bulldoze the Wonders of Life building, we're going to put the Castle Magical
Hmm.
there,
Hmm.
is that something you can accept in the front portion of Epcot? That level of specific Disney animation IP. Now, and maybe you could debate now that Guardians is there, so it kind of that started this chain.
Hmm.
Is that something you could have accepted?
Um, may, probably. I think a few things. Like now that they're having that whole area be very spacey. I don't know, does it fit over there? But also the fact that the Wonders of Life building is doing absolutely nothing over there. We're not walking past it ever. We're not going near it ever. Like it's just over there. I don't know. I probably would have accepted a little more. I probably initially would have been like, why couldn't you have just figured out something to do with the building? I don't understand. But then, but being in front of the park like that, I still think it's kind of off the beaten path a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah. So I was trying. Because I was specified Castle Magical there. Like now that we know that's not going to be there, would you accept some sort of Big Hero 6
Hmm.
Baymax related thing in that area?
I mean, that could be interesting. I mean, but you could also, because Big Hero 6 literally has a portion of the movie where they're at that it what like expo not what I want to say. What do I want
Like an
to
expo?
say? Like an expo of sorts.
Hmm.
But you could make that whole building a thing with like I
Hmm.
mean, I know it sounds a little innovention-y, but like you could have like robotics pieces to it, but make it Big Hero 6 themed. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that could work.
And again, I question. I mean, there has to be other reasons. Obviously, it was a holding area for conferences, etc. Back when you were a cast member 20 years ago.
Hmm.
But just like when the Muppet Vision courtyard area gift shop thing closed, I was like, "What's going on inside this building that you're
Uh-huh.
not?" And there's a lot of that. I
Yeah.
question a lot of the buildings that went up in that late '80s, early '90s time frame, and why they they sit abandoned. And my guess is they can't demolish it without making the air around it worse.
Yeah, because it's such a, again, but I also know that Disney kind of sometimes makes decisions that don't make sense, or they close a ride that was doing fine in order to put a new ride in there when they have empty space, or they have buildings like these that are just sitting. I don't know. It's all very interesting.
It's very interesting, and I'll say I was thinking the same thing recently about where Stitch's Great Escape is and where Laugh
Hmm.
Floor is,
Hmm.
and like they keep updating Space Ranger Spin, so I'm like they're not ever demoing this
Yeah.
area,
Yeah.
but yet they struggle with some kind of flow,
Right.
something that makes sense, consistency. And I think it's a little bit right now of yes, it's exciting for Animal Kingdom to have Encanto. It is. It's gonna put foot traffic in that park.
Yeah.
But now you got this Zootopia thing hanging
Yeah.
over your head.
Yeah. All right, well, that was more time on the Animal Kingdom than we have
Hmm.
spent on
Ever.
many episodes combined. So, see? Although we did move it to Epcot for a bit. Okay, the last topic here is where do these characters belong? And that we are talking about Star Wars
What's
Galaxy.
happening here that I still see like a big black screen? Are we like what do we look
Oh,
like on YouTube right now?
oh, I should look at that because I see both of us as is.
Okay.
So, oh, do I look small, everybody? I'm seeing both of us even on the
Mm,
screen, so that's interesting. But I'm about to share the screen again, so we'll
okay.
get all. So let's just whatever.
Let's go to the characters.
Have I just been tiny this whole time,
I
everybody?
don't know what's
All right. So, all right. How is everyone seeing this now? Let me see. I don't know if I can see it. Is everyone seeing my
new
screen?
updates coming to Disneyland. Oh, I don't. We don't have. We have. I. If we could be done in 9 minutes, we might.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Here's the thing, and everyone has seen these stories by now. The characters are coming, and who's gonna be where, and Ahsoka, and everybody. Again, I know we've had this conversation before, but I would like to have it again. Of what's acceptable? Where do we put everyone? What characters are okay? Explain it to me.
You want me to explain it to
Yeah,
you? It's very challenging for me to talk about this
yeah.
because I'm. I don't want to be annoyed at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I from day one,
Yeah.
right? So I wasn't mad that they excluded the original stuff. I liked that it was a world no one ever visited before. I thought it was curious that they never did an episode of The Mandalorian on that planet. Like that was a choice. Like that was like little things that go, what's this about?
Yeah.
Um, and obviously this week, and as of today, with Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm
Ooh.
officially, and Filoni and I'm going to say her name wrong, Lin Brennan taking over. Um, Obviously, there's kind of an identity crisis happening with Lucasfilm this week.
Mm-hmm.
I was, it saddened me that so quickly people, and I say people, but Disney, I guess, stopped, like, took the pedal off the gas about the buy-in. Like, they stopped buying into what they were selling for the 2 years leading up to it, which was this immersion. Now, part of it is because people became angry at the movies and everything else, and everyone has strong feelings. It's a very volatile fan base. I was volatile during the prequels. I understand it well. I'm not like that about the prequels anymore. I'm much better. Like I got past my mid-20s angst about the
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars prequels. It's not you ruined my childhood. So I'm upset that it bothers me that they're moving away from more and more from this. Am I happy that the original trilogy is being eased into it? Sure. Do I want Williams motifs, the music motifs playing in the bar? Sure. Am I going to be sad that it doesn't have that kind of cool original vibe of
Mm-hmm.
opening day at the studios, or just what we experience at night on a walkout, and just the quiet and the and its own original uniqueness that that planet had?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I thought I was the only one who thought of this on social media of like, why can't we have both things where you have the new trilogy stuff go from Rise of the Resistance, where the new trilogy characters are, and kind of have this crossover at the Millennium Falcon, where you can have either, it can blend. It can be a new trilogy sometimes and the original trilogy sometimes. And then you have the original trilogy from the Falcon to Oga's around that corner to Droid Depot, where you can have R2 roaming around or whatever. Like, I feel like you can have both those things. Of course, other people mapped it out way better than I was thinking. So I'm okay with it evolving. I feel like they never tell you a good reason why in these sort of situations. It just feels like we're not going to acknowledge we didn't follow through like everyone hoped. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're never going to say they made a mistake,
Yeah.
but they're also not going to give you here's the evolution of Galaxy's Edge. Um, Now that we can be included, including all the things.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to happen in Walt Disney World like it's happening in Disneyland, as I said in the one channel Discord,
Mm-hmm.
because I think the Star Cruiser is still in play somehow. And
Mm-hmm.
as long as they have that, and they want that to be new trilogy related, and maybe the Hunt for Ben Solo thing that's been going around is playing into that as well. I think it may be smart to go. You can go to California and experience both, and you can come to Florida and keep getting new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a choice, and I'll be curious to see how it plays out. Am I going to be a little sad when if they choose the original trilogy in Disney World at some point? Sure, but that means to me they've done something, made a choice, a decision about the Star Cruiser. Either we found a way to have it include the original trilogy characters, or
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to do anything at all.
Yeah. Don't give us hope about the Star Cruiser break. Lewis was saying, I saw someone say exactly what I think. Why don't they not have random sorry, it keeps jumping, Star Wars type characters roaming around, have a few known characters roaming too, but it would be great to have a bit more. I mean, it is interesting that they didn't like go all in with the world and create some new characters in Galaxy's Edge, because I feel like that would be a great jump to a movie then, or a show, or something that connects you to Galaxy's Edge more. So that, and then when those other characters come, they come in, but maybe then they go for a bit because they're just visiting or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think they just haven't. Either they haven't spent the time in creating things, or it's not getting approved, or there's some Disney, Lucasfilm, having experienced an ESPN Disney butt up in the past when it comes to the park and being in person and in the middle of it as it happened, things
Yeah.
I don't talk about publicly, that I could see how that would be the case here for Disney and Lucasfilm, even though they're both owned, even though Lucasfilm is owned by Disney, I could still see that push pull.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in Disneyland last February, almost a year. How is that possible?
But it's time.
But you know, I had I didn't think I was going to spend any time in Galaxy's Edge, and then it was an amazing hour and a half, 2 hours, where entering the park and got to see Ahsoka, got to see Boba Fett, got to see Rey, and a stormtrooper, like everything, first order troopers, I guess in that case, but. And yeah, part of me was like, "Oh man, weird to see Ahsoka and Boba Fett in Galaxy's Edge." Like, there was a little part of me, but also where they were positioned, I was like, "Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine,"
Yeah.
and well, so be it.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm okay with it in Disneyland. I'm curious to see if they keep them separate like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. All right.
What are your thoughts? I just talked for a really long time.
We're out of time, so
Oh.
I don't know. I see all the sides. I like, Lewis's point of like I do think they could have really gone all in on like creating a whole world with original characters and having people come and go and all the things. I also understand having a place for Star Wars fandom and wanting to see your favorite characters from whatever generation you're from. And so I also understand that that might be a mix of people. So I don't know, but I do think there will just be this constant evolution of them trying to figure that out over the next few years.
Yeah, and Lewis mentions Vi in the chat, and I think Vi's a great character walking around Galaxy's Edge now. I mean, I was a cast member when Star Wars Weekends started, and they had Leia, and they had Han, and they had Luke, and I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
And awesome. I
Yeah.
have a great picture of Woody and Princess Leia that
Mhm.
is one of my favorite pictures of all time.
Right.
It was so awesome. I thought it was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But and they were great, and they were great to have at the park for those weekends, and just a wonderful addition. Did I personally think it was weird? Yes. Because I couldn't suspend my disbelief in that way. To me, just like no one can figure out what can happen with Indiana Jones, because
Right.
everyone just sees Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. Similarly,
Mm-hmm.
that is what you have.
Yeah.
It somehow it has been easier and I don't, this might be a da 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 da, but here we are 25 years in, rebooting Harry Potter, and the actors already, could never try that with Star Wars.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think they could ever try to redo the original
No.
movie and Empire. All the other movies you might be able to tweak and make better and remake those movies.
Yeah.
You can't create the magic of episode 4 and 5. No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Agreed.
Is that it? Is
I
it
think
over?
that's it. I think we did. I think we did our Theme Park Thursday Live, the first one of 2026.
Yeah, and you're not doing a coffee talk this week. We did a live instead of a coffee
Right.
talk.
I was like, because when you said it, I was like, oh, I am a little bit sleepy, and Traders drops to Peacock tonight, so I do have to do
Oh,
that. But also, I'm not doing a coffee talk this week, so in lieu of that, we can do this.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Understandable. I thought we were going to end up with some Mets talk tonight because the
Ouch.
Mets owner sent out a cryptic tweet. In my brain, I have delusions of a live stream called Ballparks and Theme Parks this year.
Oh, that sounds good.
So we'll see if that comes to fruition.
Yeah.
All the time we have.
Oh, plenty.
No, Louis, I'm not suggesting anyone remake the Star. They can't do it.
No, no
They
way.
shouldn't do it.
No.
Just no, and not even a series on Disney Plus, please. No, no, don't do it the same way as Harry Potter. When that Harry Potter series becomes the most watched thing ever in the history of HBO Max, it is, or whatever it's called nowadays, because it's changed so many times. It's because nobody watches anything on HBO Max.
No.
So I haven't watched Traders, so
Yeah, you gotta get on that Traders
eventually.
train. You got 3 seasons to watch and the current one.
I am.
You could catch up and then binge this one
There's
by
an
the time.
Emily in Paris thing happening.
Oh,
almost in
that,
those.
that I normally do on my own. I don't think I finished
Oh, you
it.
do that? No, well, I don't watch it.
All right. Well,
I don't watch
I'm
it.
just saying. I don't watch it. I don't
Did you finish Only Murders in the Building
No,
before
we
you go?
have to go back to that too. There's so much happening.
I finished that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll wrap it up here. Make sure you check out our podcast this week. The video podcast is on the YouTube channel here. We also, I think it posted at 9:00 maybe. Because I wasn't thinking we were going to do a live when I set that up, but I did a little whatever little video we had of the International Gateway. I put together a little 3-minute clip there since the International Gateway was featured heavily on the podcast this week. So those things are on the YouTube channel right now. Before everyone leaves, you just hit the thumbs up thing, the like, because I think more people end up watching this live stream in its replay form if you hit the thumbs up there. But thanks for hanging out with us here. Next week on the podcast, we'll probably be talking about what the plans are, if any, for a Walt Disney World meetup in the future.
Bum bum bum.
I mean, I'm supposed to see Jen on Sunday, so maybe we should talk about that before we start recording. Or just do it in real time like we
We'll
always
do it live.
We'll do it live! Until next time, she's Jen, and I'm Frank. Bye-bye.